See, Tony's watching. What's up, my beautiful wife? Hello, guys. My name is Ryan Wold, and I live here in Goodyear, Arizona. And I want to jump on here today and talk about taxes and write-offs today. First of all, I want to tell you that I'm not an expert in taxes. I don't work for the IRS, so I'm not out to get anybody. But I just want to share with you guys some of the things I've found. What's up, Franklin? How are you? On tax write-offs, which I believe is one of the best ways to earn is to be able to earn, deduct, and then pay taxes. So do me a favor, if you're jumping on here now, type in the comments where you guys are watching from. I always like to see city, state, country, how far it reaches here on Facebook. If you see something you like, let me know. Give me a thumbs up, hit the like button, hit the love button, the wow, or something funny. Every once in a while I'm funny. I crack myself up sometimes. So what's up, Richard? How are you, buddy? Glad to see you. So different ways to earn. Most people are in the category of an employee. What I mean by that is you work for an employer. At the end of the week or 2 weeks, however often you get paid, your employer takes taxes out. They take federal tax out, state tax out, depending on what state you're in. Some states don't have state tax, but they take all that out ahead of time. And then the employer issues you your check, whether that's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, however often that is. And then at the end of the year, that employer sends you out your copies of the taxes. And I don't know about you guys, but when you get that form in the mail, it means that you can turn your taxes in and you might get some money back from the IRS, from the government, okay? What I always look at is you look at that number of how much you paid in tax over the year, and I always go, wow, look at all that money I paid out in taxes. Now, what if there was a way for you guys to be able to keep some of that money through write-offs? I think that would be a pretty great thing. What do you guys think? Type yes in the comments if you guys think that would be a great idea to be able to not have to pay so much taxes. And I have a question for you, okay? If there was a way that you could earn, deduct your write-offs, and then pay taxes, would that be something you'd be interested in? Of course it is, because everybody wants to be able to earn extra money and not pay as much taxes. That's always the the dream, to be able to do something like that. However, that's not always possible. The people that get to do that are people that are business owners, and there's different kinds of business owners. There's traditional business owners, like somebody that owns a restaurant, someone that owns a store, dry cleaners, someone that buys a franchise. Like for instance, I think I read that to get a Subway franchise, it's going to cost you between $30,000 and $50,000 to do something like that. So it's something that can be expensive. I know that franchises go up to close to $1 million or even more, depending on which one you get. And then you purchase your food and stuff like that through the company, and you always have lots of overhead every month that you have to pay for that comes out every month no matter what. So another way that you can have a business and have write-offs is to have your own business. Now, what I mean by that is you can have your own electrical business, your own construction business. There's lots of businesses you can do, or you can have a home-based business. And the tips I'm going to give you today are, if you have your own business, these are based upon having a home-based business. Some of the write-offs that you guys can have by doing that there. And by no means am I an expert. I'm in this, so I always recommend that you guys check with your tax person before you jump and do things like this. Also, I'm going to tell you guys what I use for a program that my wife and I do our taxes with that helps double check my write-offs to make sure I don't miss anything and to make sure it's something that I can legally claim, which is a really great thing if you're going to have your own business and have write-offs. It's important to be able to be doing this legally and properly, because one thing you don't want is you don't want the IRS coming after you for you putting something down that you weren't supposed to put down. So I'm going to give you guys some of the things that I found that it says you can write off if you have a small business, okay? I wrote down a list here I'm going to read to you guys here. Some of the things you guys can write off if you have your own home-based business are you can write off expenses with your vehicle for using it for your business. For instance, I always recommend you save all your receipts because you always want a good record of what it is you spent and you're going to be writing off. Hey Leslie, how are you? Hey Franklin, nice to see you, brother. It's always good to have proof. So I recommend you not only keep the receipt, but get yourself a book, something like this, a notebook or something like that to write down your expenses in and what you used, why you wrote that stuff off. It's good to keep good records because you never know when the IRS might decide they're going to audit you. So it's always good to have good records of what you audit. Of what you are spending for your business and writing off. Another thing you can write off if you have a small business and you do it out of your home is you can write off office supplies. For instance, if you buy a laptop for your business, if you buy a printer, you buy printer ink, buy paper, you buy pens, any supplies you buy to use for your business, you can write them off. Now again, save your receipts. What I do is I have a bag and I put all the receipts from the whole year in of stuff that I use for our business. It goes in there every year. And then into that year, when it comes to tax time, I have that bag that I have hanging up full of receipts. I go through these receipts, I separate them out, and then we add them up and we do our taxes. Another thing you can write off is you can write off education and training for your business. If you were doing something to better yourself that's going to help your business, learning something, you can write it off. Another thing is if you send stuff out by postage. So if you go to the post office, you send out letters to people, you write postcards, you mail out boxes, keep your receipts, you can write that stuff off as well. What's up, Jesse? How are you? Kelly, how are you? Nice, thanks for joining me. You guys make sure you drop in the comments where you guys are watching from. I always like to see how far our reach is. I appreciate you doing that. We're talking about taxes and write-offs tonight. Thanks for you guys jumping on here. Another thing you can write off, and the program that my wife and I use is called Taxactcom. Now, this is a free program. However, the more things you opt in to use on there, you will start getting charged on there. So it started out as free, but my wife and I opted in for some extra things in there. Like, for instance, if we get audited, they have help with legal services too if you get audited in there, to help with that stuff. So my wife and I use Taxactcom to do our taxes, and what's great about that is there's a program in there that walks you through these deductions and how to do them. So you put in stuff like, for instance, you can write off square footage for your home-based office, okay? And it calculates that in how much you can deduct from that, because you can deduct stuff like if you're using your cell phone for your business, you're using internet for your business, you're using portion of your utilities, it helps calculate that stuff in, because obviously you can't write off everything you do because you're not doing your business all the time. Your home is not just for your business, your home is to live in. However, you do have a space for your business. So we'll help you calculate that stuff in there, and it's really cool because it's really easy to do, and it helps you so you don't forget stuff, which I like because I forget stuff all the time. Ask my wife. So yeah. What's up, Ray? How are you doing? So another thing you can write off cleaning services. Okay. Now, if you have somebody that comes in and cleans your home, you can write off a portion of that for them coming in and clean your home, because they're going to probably clean your office as well that you use for your business. So that's something you can write off as well. I already talked to you utilities. Now, I was talking about vehicle expenses. If you're using your vehicle for your business, you have a couple different options. You can write off your gas mileage and your oil changes, or you can write off mileage. And what I found, and this may change, so double check this there, they were saying you can write off up to 54 cents a mile for using your vehicle for a business, which can add up pretty quick. So I know in the business I'm in, I use my vehicle for business all the time. I'm always looking for people, and I'm in the business of helping people. So I'm always looking for people to help. So that's another big advantage to having the right home-based business is you want one that you can be able to write a lot of stuff off that you do, okay? Other things you can write off advertising costs. If you go to conventions or trade shows, you can write the cost of those off. If you go somewhere on a business vacation. What I mean by business vacation, if you go somewhere for your business, you take a flight, you can write off the airfare. My wife and I are both in business together, so both of our airfares can be written off. You can write off stuff like lodging. You can write off stuff like rental cars. If you get a rental car on the trip, you can write off your food on the trip. So there's a lot of different things that you can write off by having your own business, which is really a great thing, because I think everybody wants to be able to earn, deduct, and then pay taxes. You know, that's really, if you can do it that way, that's the dream, right? You guys want to pay less taxes? That's the way to do it, is be able to earn, deduct, and then pay taxes, right? So the less the better, right? So I talked about meals, rental cars, stuff like that. So those were some of the things that I found. Again, I'm not an expert. I don't work for the IRS, so I'm not looking to get anybody here. But if that sounds like a better way for you guys to earn, type yes in the comments. If that's like a better way to earn, to be able to earn, to be able to write off, and be able to pay taxes last. Okay. Now we're talking about the difference between traditional business and home-based business, and some of the costs to getting starting a traditional business can get very spendy and very costly. I have a home-based business, and it is something that does not cost a whole lot to join, and it's something that works great for us. It's not something I do full-time. It's something my wife and I do part-time in, when we have time to do it. But it allows us to have write-offs, and which is a good thing. So like I said, the program that we use for our taxes, and I don't get paid to endorse this company, and I'm sure there's other companies out there you can use, other websites you can use to do your taxes with, but my wife and I use Taxactcom. The reason why we use it and we like it is because there's a program on there that helps us, deduct everything we need to deduct for our business, so we don't miss anything, and also so that we stay within the lines of what we can deduct. Okay, so it's a great program to use. So if you guys find this helpful tonight, let me know. Share this out to a friend that you think may help. Certainly, if you guys are looking for a way to become an earner, be able to deduct your write-offs, and be able to pay your taxes, I can help. I have something that I can tell you about. I can certainly direct you in the right direction to something that you can do, so that you can become an earner, deduct your write-offs, and then pay taxes. Send me a message in Messenger. Let me know you're interested in finding out what it is that you can get into, and I will direct you in the right direction, so you can do that. I have some information I can pass on to you, and it's something you can get into for minimal cost. It's not very expensive to get into, and it's going to let you become an earner, be able to deduct your write-offs and pay taxes. Okay. Hope this helped you guys out tonight. I always enjoy getting on here and sharing some things that I learned with you guys. Hope you guys have a great evening, and let me know how I can help. All right. Have a good one. See you guys.